here. I just wanted to do a tutorial on the beginning of The Last of Us multiplayer. A friend of mine was just getting the game recently and needed some help with that, so I decided to put a new character together so I can remember all that it takes to create one of these things. We're looking at the custom loadout screen here where you can make your own personal loadouts, and as you can see there are a number of things that have to either be unlocked through the game or they have to be purchased through PlayStation Network. One of the other things to be noted is you only have 9 points to work with in your loadout, but that's only for your first several weeks. As time goes by, that expands up to 13 points, and that makes a big difference. In the meantime, if you want a more powerful loadout until you reach that, then these predetermined ones are actually really good. I've had a lot of luck with Shadow, I've had a lot of luck with Onslaught. Salvo's another one, I believe that's the one that brought me my all-time high score. So those are all there. You don't have to worry about points or money or anything. It's right there ready for you. As we get to the customization, this is where you kind of create your character. And again, as time goes by, a lot of these locks will disappear and you'll have these options. And then some of them, again, if you choose that you want them, you have to actually purchase them. One thing I can tell you is if you do purchase them on your PlayStation, and you do create another character, anything you've purchased will automatically carry over. So some of the stuff here, like these 2 hats, I purchased on my other account, and they are automatically available for me on this one if I wanted to use those. However, I want this character to be totally separate, so what I'm looking for right now is a different look that kind of goes with the name that I'm giving him. So with the Silent Saint being the theme, I'm trying to find something as close to a superhero as possible. And with that, I will probably end up going with the hero mask, just because that's about as traditional as it gets. Unfortunately for headwear, you don't have too much of a Silent Saint looking attire. So I'm going to have to probably go with a standard baseball cap eventually, but I haven't unlocked it yet. Definitely won't go with the Western hat, I just don't think it fits the character. Once again, there are a whole bunch of possibilities here, though. As I scroll through them, they're shaded out because they haven't been unlocked yet. You can see that in some cases it's a matter of population that you have to achieve. Sometimes it's a matter of how many weeks you've played the game will unlock certain items. You just have to go through each one individually if there's one specifically that you want and figure out what the goal is that you have to reach or the amount of money you have to raise. Now we're looking at the helmet. That's something you purchase during the battle itself. Once you've achieved enough points, you can start to armor up. And different styles of helmets would also go again with the look of the character you're wanting. Gestures, those are things you can do pretty much any time in the match, but traditionally done right after you kill someone. The problem is if you start gesturing, you're also kind of locked into that animation, and that makes you an easy target for somebody else. So unless you know the board is clear at that moment, I wouldn't mess with it. Executions, the special executions you get on downed opponents are pretty cool in general, but then when you buy these, and I'm pretty sure these are all purchased from PlayStation Network, and yes, I did actually buy them, they're pretty cool. They're just a little bit extra flair to the way you kill somebody off, and it's kind of fun to watch. But again, these animations can last 3-4 seconds, and that ties you up and you can't break out of the animation, which makes you a sitting duck target if any of the opponents are nearby. Finally, you have your emblem. The emblem is kind of your clan's logo, if you would. You have 4 layers to work with. You have many colors to change, and you can layer. Some people have really come up with some very creative things for only 4 layers. The only real options you have once you choose each layer is to turn it around in a circular fashion. You can't make it smaller or larger. You can't move it up or down, which is unfortunate because it would be a lot better if you could actually maneuver the pieces around just a little bit. But other than turning them circularly, that's the only option you have on these things, as well as, of course, the color. So here we're going to throw something together. This is not the logo I would stick with, but considering my options are very limited in the beginning of this character development, I'll make something that works for at least the moment. So we've got the fist going on. I'm working with some different box shapes here, and I kind of like the outline with the dotted lines, but it doesn't work as the lower level, so I'm going to layer it up higher so that it shows up better. Going to brighten it up so it pops a little bit. Add the orange to the fist, and now you have something that I kind of like. Last thing you have to do is choose where you want the emblem location to be. So your options are none, which is pointless, your torso, your backpack, and your helmet. Most people will go with either the torso or, I'd say more popularly, is the backpack, because that's something you'll see throughout the entire match. So hopefully this has helped you a little bit to get started. and enjoy the game when the servers will let you. Until next time, thanks for watching.